on a minute. You guys keep broadcasting here a second. I want to check something here on my screen.
Okay, we're coming up on 7 laps to go when they come to the line, or 6 laps to go. It'll be 5 remaining as he works his way through the carousel. Down the short chute here where the boot used to be at the Glen. Down into the corner number 7. He'll make his way through another short chute. Coming up with turn number 8 now, here in a moment. Back to the stripe, and Garrett Maines will come to the line to Barney, the virtual iRacing flagman. 5 to go here at the Glen, Ray Richard.
I have figured out the mystery to all this that we missed. He pitted. That's exactly what happened. Garrett Maines did not spin. He pitted. Those are fresh tires. He can make it to the end. Nicholas Sacco, by the way, pitted 3 laps earlier at lap 41. Garrett Maines lap 44 is when he pitted. He's able to make it to the end of this race, and he's going to dominate tonight.
There you go, and we apologize for that, trying to add more story than what it was, because obviously, there's so many things happening around this 2.66-mile track, and there he goes. He just passed Sacco as they made his way to the bus stop, and he will now have only 2 trucks to put a lap down. Maines, sheer domination from the green to the checker, pit stops it all, ready to bring this to the finish here in Watkins Glen tonight, Ray. I have never seen anything like it.
He still has done a fantastic job. I don't care if we missed it or not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wish we would have seen it, but Garrett Maines way out front, 44 seconds back to second, 46 back to third, which is Derek Fulton, and those are the only 3 vehicles on the lead lap tonight.
Could we just say honestly here, as he comes to the line now off of turn 8, he'll come to the straightaway and take 4 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. He has more of a chance to run down Lee and Fulton to put a lap down than those drivers have to run him down for the lead.
You're absolutely right. And with that being said, by the way, 45 seconds right now and 47. That has changed ever since they hit the line. But he is gaining 1 second a lap, even on second and third place. Working lap 59. This is going to be 4 to go from here on down through. Let me think about that for a minute. Yeah, 4 to go. His actually 3.5 if you want to be legit as he goes down the backstretch. Garrett Maines in the 57, Matthew Lee in the 4, and Derek Fulton in the 19. That second place has just been under fire for quite a while as we see Garrett Maines go through the bus stop with that 57. And keep in mind, those tires, as we are corrected, are 13 laps old, if I'm not mistaken on that.
What a performance for the driver of Garrett Maines. Got it going on as he makes his way through turn number 6 off the carousel through the boot, or the old boot. What a performance. What sheer domination for that virtual Toyota of Garrett Maines. I mean, his first career win on the JW Racing eSports Truck Series is just dominating performance here tonight. Never seen anything like it before.
He'll come down off of turn 8 across the stripe. 4, 3 to go. Down into turn 1. No lap traffic ahead. He is all alone. Local cautions are the only thing that's on that would stop him now. Or if he was to lose it, but I highly doubt it. He's been hitting his marks every single lap. Those signs, as we pointed out earlier, able to hold on, and he's kept backing it down every corner, saving his tires up through the S's. Now he comes, makes that right-hand turn down the backstretch. I see that skittish around the rear end of that truck a little bit, but nothing out of the ordinary. Able to hold on to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He'll hit the binders, come down through the bus stop. To the inside, a little bit on the rumble strips there. The left-hand side. Now the right hand's out to the carousel. Take that corner nice and smooth like he has been all night. Garrett Maines just a dominating performance, as we said a million times this evening. That truck has not got any damage, and he's just right on a rail here on the road course.
Understanding that possibly Scott Roundtree got the first driver right in the chat box. So Scott Roundtree, on behalf of Garrett Maines, if nothing happens in 2 laps, not jinxing anything as he comes to the line, you got yourself a Domino's 3-topping pizza certificate on the way. 2 to go at the Glen. Maines, what can we say? It's an open book, shut case, as long as he don't fail going back to 1.
Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go, as Wesley just said. Down through turn 1. A little bit in the grass for the 57. Nothing horrible, just the left-hand side tires on the runoff. He'll bring it down to the right-hand side, and the S turns up to the left. Now to the right-hand turn to the backstretch. Still that same identical line he's been running all night long. I'll tell you, this is a thing of sheer elegance right now, watching this 57 run this road course up here in upstate New York.
Garrett Maines, moving his way through the bus stop, now hitting his carousel area, coming off of turn number 5, moving through Mullins' truck in the 2, clearing him as they go into that corner through the carousel, into where the boot used to be here at the Glen, to the inside of the racetrack, sizing up that lap machine, finally clearing Mullins as they go now into the corner, under the tunnel turn. 2 tunnel turns, by the way, one before you get to turn 7 after the boot, the other one right there before you hit the S's in the backstretch in turn number 2. With that being said, Garrett Maines will exit to turn number 8, down the straightaway. White flag in the air, one more lap to go from a dominating race. Flag to flag, caution free at Watkins Glen. Ray Rich, your final time.
Give you one more idea how far ahead he is from second place. The second place from 04 of Lee in the bus stop right now as he comes down through turn 1. Our leader, the 57 of Garrett Maines, and the 19 of Fulton, by the way, has backed off quite a ways, but still holding on to that third place spot. And only the top 3 are on the lead lap as this last lap pursues.
Final time down the back straightaway. He will make his way through the bus stop one more time around. What a performance for Garrett Maines. Through the bus stop. Oh, he went off track. He went off track there. Just a little slip for a moment. Josh White to his inside, but he'll quickly get back on track. No harm, no foul. He might have been toying with us a little bit there as he goes through the carousel for the final time.
Well, you know how it is. He's been putting on a performance all night long, so now he's putting on a show in that 57 Smithfield Toyota down the backstretch one more time into turn 7, making a left-hand turn down to turn 8, and he'll make it down final time down the front stretch.
Garrett Maines will make his way off of turn number 8, bouncing off the wall. It means nothing. A dominating performance for 57 Garrett Maines. He will win here, the Glen 62 at Watkins Glen, and make now another winner of the JW Racing eSports Truck Series.
And
second place, we ain't even seen second cross the line yet. Camera, let's see where second is. Matthew Lee, along with Fulton and Ray. That race goes on off the corner.
Hill comes down through the carousel right now as Derek Fulton is just entering the carousel. That's how much distance there is between the two of them. Matthew Lee right now down the backstretch off of turn 6, which is the carousel. 3, 2, 1. He'll slow down to the left-hand turn of turn 7. Bring it down straight a little bit into the rumble strips. Now on to turn 8. And for his final time, he'll hit the front stretch.
Matthew Lee, 2 wins on the season for him. He'll have to settle for a bridesmaid spot here tonight at Watkins Glen. Second place now, passing the finish line. Fulton coming off of turn number 8 now. He comes to the straightaway, and he will settle for third as the rest of the field, fourth on back, a lap down or more. Ray, what a performance by Garrett Maines tonight in 57. Have you ever?
Garrett Maines on the cool-down lap, just, man, I'll tell you what, he's got to be excited in that truck, doing a little bit of side-to-side there, showing his excitement. Again, coming down through what looks to be the front stretch here on a nice side shot. The race winner tonight on Max Speed TV and CRN Network. Garrett Maines in the 57. He'll do his traditional victory donuts here at the start-finish line.
What a performance by the man, Garrett Maines. I have never seen any type of sheer domination virtually. Flag to flag, by the way, caution-free. No yellow flags any here tonight at Watkins Glen. Coming up on Max Speed TV and the CRN Sports Network is the Victory Lane post-race wrap-up sponsored by Over the Top Designs. We'll talk to Garrett Maines. We'll talk to Matthew Lee. We'll talk to Derek Fulton. And we'll also try to grab a word with Wild Bill Lester and even a final word from our in-race reporter who gets his paid doc tonight because we only talked to him one time, including here at the end, Robert McFarland. All that coming up when we come back after a break at Watkins Glen. What a job. Garrett Maines burning them down here in the road courses of the Empire State of New York.
Looking. Back here in Victory Lane for Max Speed TV, sponsored by Over the Top Paint Design. See John Hendrick for a great paint job here on iRacing. And again, tonight, dominating the whole race, Garrett Maines in that 57 machine. We're going to bring him up here in the broadcast booth here shortly for an interview. Wesley?
Oh, Victory Lane has got to be sweet for the driver, the 57 here, as we get ready for the Victory Lap. Over the Top Designs post-race wrap-up on Max Speed TV of the CRN Sports Network for the JW Racing eSports Truck Series. Garrett, what can we say? What a drive here at Watkins Glen tonight, my friend.
I appreciate it, man. That was a lot of fun. This track's always, after the last couple seasons, I kind of figured out how to get through the bus stop and just kind of put it all together tonight. I'm glad I kept it on the track. I almost wrecked it there on the last lap. Totally misread the brake markers when I was passing somebody. I was talking on all teams and went flying straight through the bus stop.
Okay, you thought that was intentional.
Nope. I was like, well. But it was a lot of fun tonight.
A good job for you as well, buddy. By the way, thank you to Abruzzi USA as well for being one of the listeners for our post-race wrap-up. Ray, got anything for Garrett? I know you do.
I'm speechless, I'll be honest with you. He's been a fantastic job all night long in that 57 machine. Garrett, I'm going to ask you, because actually we missed your pit stop. I'm not going to lie. We thought for sure you'd been out of time. We thought you spun something like that, but I went back and finally seen lap 45 where you went in. I couldn't believe you were stretching it out as long as you did originally. But, again, lap 25, lap 44, you made it to the end. How were you able to hold on? I mean, the truck had to have gotten a little bit squirrely, especially towards the end.
So I actually learned something there in the beginning of the race. I pulled away really quickly at the beginning, and I didn't know that Matthew made mistakes. So I'm like, oh my gosh, he's shield saving. So I'm like creeping around in the braking zones. I'm like braking 200 feet early. And I was actually still holding like my normal pace, but I was rolling through the braking zones. And all of a sudden, I'm still pulling away, and I'm looking down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can make it in one stop. But when he pit, I'm like, do I really stretch it? So I just kind of pit sort of late, so I'd have the advantage on tires, but didn't want to lose the lead. And, I was able to keep the tires on it because I wasn't ever driving them hard, so I always had, tire under me. And it just made it really easy to get through lap traffic, and I never really had to push for it. I still got the pace out of the tire at the end of the run. And, I mean, in the end, I ended up going with the two-stop, didn't want to really risk that. If I got any damage, I would have been absolutely screwed. So didn't want to go down that road and just, play the safe strategy tonight, and it worked out.
Do you know a guy named Scott Roundtree, out of curiosity? Our producer is asking me to ask you that.
I do not.
Okay, it's all good. He won the pizza tonight, by the way. He picked you at lap 31 to take and win this race, and what a great pick it is. Again, Scott Roundtree getting a 3-topping pizza from Max Speed TV and Domino's as well. Again, tonight we'll take and get your information a little later. Just stay in the broadcast if you can. Again, Garrett Maines, fantastic job tonight, and I'll tell you, it just blew us away with your performance. Anybody you want to thank while you have an opportunity, bud?
Well, big thanks to Scott for picking me. That's pretty cool. But that was a good pick, I'd say. But I got to thank Smithfield and 101 CBD, all the guys over at ESC that make the cars so good every week, and the RTP and the NIS series. Just got to thank everybody over there and everybody at Richmond Raceway that's helped over there. I got to thank SimSeats also for this awesome rig. Love this thing. Take it to Charlotte every week, and fits in the back of my hatchback. Gotta love that. So
wait, Wesley, I got one more question for this man. I just realized. Tell me you had your relative up, because you do realize you lapped the entire stinking field except for 2 vehicles. You know this, right?
Well, I just kind of saw there at the end. I was like, oh man, that's P5. But I knew when I was passing Nicholas, I had to be pretty far up in the field. But it was definitely good. Like there at the end of the race, I don't know how, but I was still minus where I completely blew the chicane. I was still in the 16s, I think low 16s, and I wasn't doing that